Twilight, I like it. Undying tends to be pretty good against Mirana. The Axe is a little bit less, but if you're not like a dual lane Axe Undying, that is pretty heavy to be up against, especially for a Bristle if they try to dodge out. So the lanes are looking a bit more stable for CDC, but they have to watch out that they hit a certain mid-game timing, which they really can't, like decide to Wind Ranger. And this Mirana, like, the Kotl can be on whatever lane he pleases. If he's with the Bristle, it's a powerful lane with a double Quill Spray and the removed mana cost on the Chakra Magic. And you also have the added benefit that you have free mana for the Mirana, meaning we might see like a more old-school focused Starstorm build with lots of magic damage coming out, and that's the strength of Mirana. If you get a lot of levels these days with the Maelstrom and the buffed leap and more attack speed on the leap, that is, you just dish out a bunch of magic damage, and there's heroes like Axe and Wind Ranger who really can't deal with that well.
Dying earlier today during CIS, where I was dying inside because I was up for like 40 straight hours. But the Undying was good. Just the decay is always hard to deal with. That with like the Windrunner is always nice. I'm interested to see the Undying, especially when you get like a Blink Call on multiple heroes for the decay and the Tombstone afterwards. But this wouldn't be a Chinese Dota game without Dragon Knight.
Yeah, and we know that everybody loves seeing Dragon Knight in every game. Am I right? Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Oh no, it's getting worse!
We saw this last time.
Yeah, last time we jinxed it.
Standard. Young Keeper of the Light, Inflame on the Bristleback, Afu here with the Nyx Assassin, Monet on the Mirana once again. This is a draft I think we've already seen from LFI. And then for CDC, they've got Marlin in the 4th position Windrunner, safe lane ASD with Shrek, off lane Axe, 5th position Undying, and that leaves Ego to the mid DK.
So, let's make an agreement. We're just gonna look at the Axe and Undying. Let's just not even look mid lane. It's just not going to be good. It's DK versus DP.
Fight with Bristleback. 0 mana cost Chakra Magic with Bristleback. Excuse me? Hi, disgusting combo. Name a more iconic duo.
I don't know. South American Dota and Disconnects? How to do it, I'm sorry.
And then unpausing. That would be name a more iconic trio.
But the rules said they have to.
Let's get into this game. It is still BO1s for this group stage as we are not in the playoffs yet. So we'll take a look. I mean, Monet is going to be here with Afu, of course. That leaves the Yao, Coddle with the off-lane Inflame Bristleback, and then, of course, Superman on the Dragon, on the Death Prophet, which we've seen Super on plenty of time.
Alright, so lane's shaping up. I like what they're doing already on the side of CEC. They put the Dragon Knight to bottom, knowing there will be Bristleback Kotl, so they're gonna completely ignore the bot lane, which means we actually have the mid Wind Ranger. Hold on, the mid Leshrac, excuse me. Oh, that's a cute heart. Against the DP, which is a little bit more exciting. That's actually a lane you can get behind and like look a little bit. DP not having that much K potential, but Leshrac together with Mid Ranger roaming around the map, that is pretty powerful. And Undying Axe offlane against the safe lane of Nyx Assassin with Mirana, and that's a lane you don't harass on if you're the Nyx Assassin. Even with your insane base region, he's up to 6.4 right now, you can't go up against an Undying, and especially not with an Axe on top of that.
It'll definitely be interesting. Axe Undying again, just using that decay to constantly harass and be in this lane. We'll see how it works out for them. I mean, they could work with possibly lining up the Spike Carapace or the Tail with the Arrow if they choose to do so. Level 2 for Monet, you get the Arrow in the Starstorm, or I believe it's like Arrow Leap. It really depends on what you're most comfortable with and how.
Yeah. If tend to realize that even maxing leap these days and even skipping it on Starstorm, well, maybe not in this game with the Cola round, but skipping Starstorm and just going for the full leap is really powerful if you have that early attack speed bonus. It's 120 attack speed at level 4, so level 7 you get a lot of, like, it's basically an extra 2 power threads as well as the movement speed bonus is just amazing.
To have that extra attack speed, especially with what we see, you know, Mirana's go with the Maelstrom, and then Mjolnir eventually. It really is pretty disgusting. No mana cost, Chakra Magic, level 1, 17-second cooldown, pretty up there, but still, with the Bristleback, it's gonna be
3 runes.
Kinda disgusting.
Yeah, they took 3 off the runes, and apparently it's a DK Wind Ranger. And this is something I want to see. How does the Bristleback lane with the Caudal do up against the Wind Ranger? Is this the dreaded combination we're looking for to finally cull the Wind Ranger in the lane down, so she isn't that harassing tool that you can't harass back? But joking, Windrun exists.
Right now, the Windrunner just has Windrun, so not the biggest threat in the world, and you'll see how these quills just affect the just the DK as well as the Windrunner. We'll see how good it is, and you just see right away the Chakra Magic is going to be quite hefty. Throwing these quills against a melee hero, I'm surprised they put the DK here.
Are you?
Going on it. Yeah.
He has a good base region. Okay, so the base region works for him in terms of, like, he can negate the most quill stacks.
Yeah.
They really did not have a better choice. There was nobody else who could go up against that would be fine. Like, Axe is way worse because he doesn't have that big of a region, and he will need to make pressure. And he already has a magic stick. He already has 10 charges. That's not even a minute in, so he can comfortably use this, just spam out Breath Fire and use the stick whenever he pleases, and has some free mana. There we go.
Have it, but you take a look at the you know, it's gonna get harder and harder. So now he doesn't have those stacks, and the or it doesn't have the charges available for 3 more seconds, or doesn't have the full 10 charges, but he still has the quill spray on him. He's got 3 stacks, and you know, it just hits harder and harder. How long is stick or wand gonna be enough to mitigate that kind of damage?
I think the line is fine as it is. It gives more space to the offlane. The Mirana has to get pressured, and they're doing a pretty good job, I must say. Like, there's 2 lasteds on the Mirana, nice 3, while the DK is sitting at 9, so already tripling up.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen a little bit early. It's hard to have Monet just be close to this lane with the decays coming out, and Axe able to put the Battle Hunger on and maybe chase a little bit here and there. So Mirana might struggle a little bit early, but I think with a couple more levels it might even out for Mirana and get a little bit easier. Whereas, yeah, DK is finding himself. Yes, he's 12 up DSK.
Yeah, I just really think that both sides pretty much have, like, super even lanes. A little bit more favored to CDEC, I would say, but LFY makes it up with the mid lane, because this DP, while being a little bit behind the Leshrac, she's gonna get a lot of experience out of this lane. This is what you want. You want to reach that level 6 as fast as possible, and then just make pressure, use the Exorcism of Towers, use it for an early kill even maybe, and you have the perfect heroes to go up against, because there's not much deep push beside like the Wind Ranger with the Axe early on.
Yeah, the push is... I kind of wonder about the CDEC push a little bit. Like, yeah, they've killed Shrek, they have the Windrunner, but is that enough? Compare that to what LFY has with Exorcism, as well as, you know, Mirana with a couple of items. Like
Arrow?
Problem, and arrow hits on the Undying. You got the creeps here, so the counter helix is pretty good from the Axe to just push away this. Not able to really just stand in the pocket and try and kill that Undying.
Really smart play, waiting, or he tried to use the Spike Carapace in order to dodge the DK, didn't end up working. So if we're taking a lot of damage and having a pretty low health pool right now, sitting on 380, due to being hit by 3 DKs. But this lane is doing really good. Like, Axe is, he's gonna have like a decent Vanguard timing. He's on the way to the Vitality Beast. Alright, actually picks up the Ring of Health. But he's gonna regen this lane, and he's gonna out-regen the damage from the Mirana, especially because there is not an Arcula finished yet.
Yeah, so the Mirana is not going to be able to really kill this Axe at this point with that kind of regen. with 11.8. Do you think maybe they throw the Bristle here, they just swap lanes when they get an opportunity to do so, and you just have the foils kind of stack up on the axe, or is it too late for that?
I think at this point your focus might just be on the Bristleback, getting him some base farm. You know, he's doing pretty good. 21 last hits, he matches up with the DK 1-to-1, or like pretty, absolutely even. He's doing some good harass damage on him. He even picked up an early point in the vision in the nasal boom just to reduce that armor a little bit. And with the recent buff, that is actually a pretty good spell against the DK.
And they're gonna chase. They'll look for the shackle. It locks him to the creep behind him. Dow comes out, healing this DK to about half health, but look at this. This is just slowing him down. The quill spray stacking up. Breathe Fire comes through. I don't know if it's going to quite matter. Nobody's TP'd over for him. This could end up being first blood if he's not too careful. Inflame playing ring around the trees. And boy, not going to find him just yet, but I don't know if he has the mana to go, and he still has 7 stick charges, so can use that. Meanwhile, first blood comes out on the axe. Someone I thought wouldn't die in that lane, and now Bristle's getting turned on. There's the Pulse Nova. They'll finally kill off Inflame, and it's Inflame who's left to his own accord and ends up dying, and double decay from the Undying to keep him alive.
Yeah, that is his weakness on the Bristle. He picked up that point in Gook, which worked extremely well, but only 1 point in the Bristle, Bristleback, meaning you pretty much get a lot of damage and there's nothing you can do about it. And hey, when I actually get the first blood on the Marana, that helps him out because he was not doing well. He's still not doing well, but now he has that level 3 Starstorm, so have an answer to the axe. They actually have a decent amount of magic damage. It's a level 2 Impale. He skipped him on the mana burn.
Yeah, I was actually really shocked that they got the axe kill with Regen. And I was, really talking up the fact that he did have that Regen. No. Inflame level 5. It was Ego, but Inflame is ahead. Oh, Daco doesn't connect. It looks like it did tap the tree over here.
Denied.
Yeah,
As long as he can get these last hits, he should be okay, and he's going to be going for a Vanguard as well. On the axe again, but looking at the Spike Carapace call into the Shrine. Over here is the Undying, so Apu now forced to run is very healthy. His axe, he was sliver health away from dying.
Not even close, you could say.
Wow, 6-minute Vanguard.
Yeah. To be fair, he skipped the boots. He had pretty good early farm as well, but he's sitting on almost 40 last hits, and he has the perfect lane to go up against. And playing to that is that they got 3 bind runes at the start, so he's really far ahead. And this Marana is not doing any damage to him whatsoever. Yeah. Only with magic damage, no physical allowed.
TP from Super Lane. There's Lightning Storm, but Exorcism with Spirit Siphon. ASD gets the stun, but it's just a bit of an overly aggressive play from the Leshrac. He was also caught a little bit out of position as he was standing a little bit high on this tower in his lane. So, kind of, I don't know if he was expecting Exorcism to just kind of be used like.
Yeah, the Exorcism early on is pretty much a burner. Like you see any
Starstorm with the Impale, one shot away.
Nice.
Kill the axe, so axe dead again. 3-1 in favor of LFY.
That Starstorm coming in handy.
Very much. And it is level 3.
4 now. Oh, so it's just going to be good for us. Is it going mid? Yeah, Marana. I love that hero.
This is going to be something that, of course, even if this does get to the late game where we feel comfortable, we've seen a lot of teams kind of struggle against Marana with the minus cooldown on the Moonlight Shadow, making it like 35 seconds.
Well, I would still argue that it's better to go for the multi-shot talent, to be honest.
Second cooldown. I don't think so. I think a lot of the Moonlight Shadow, it's just having that ability. They usually use it some stocked up smokes. It helps them run the map very well in the late game, and I think that it's a very good benefit to have when you're looking for a pick up that might be high.
Yeah, it's not like it's bad. It's most like in pro games you always have like really stable walls and whatnot. In combined with smoke, yeah, it's pretty good. The movement speed bonus is also quite nice to have if you get some more mobile heroes. It's a flat 15% as soon as you're in this, and that's for the whole team. And you pretty much buff up your team quite a while. But I still like the multi-shot arrow because if you manage to like hit 1 or 2, that's like it's not only a big disable, and it adds 2 arrows for 100 mana cost. So you can potentially stun 3 enemies. Well, most of the time too, you never get 3, trust me. But it's all also about the vision. Like if you're on the back foot, I think that the arrows are definitely better because you get so much vision on the map because they spread out in the cone area.
Yeah, I think this game should make it to the point where Mirana is level 25. I don't think the push is any easy from our side.
I think LFY has a pretty good one.
They've got okay push with the Mirana later on, but I don't think, you know, like, I think it's not enough, or we're not going to see level 5 on Mirana as Take and Windrunner is into Dynamo Monet. So Monet now sitting at 3-0-0 going into the Dragonlance, you know.
Right, there's a Vanguard on the Bristle, has his threats completed, so he's super tanky. And finds an Undying. That's one... Oh wow, that's a lot of TPs.
You know, just for the Bristle back. You finish up the Vanguard, you take a look at how much damage you're doing to split the line. Battle Hunger as well as the Split Earth and got the call. Monet meanwhile gets the kill on the DK, so losing your safe laner for an off lane is a trade that I don't know if CDC really did, but it is no one.
Absolutely fine. They're gonna get tired of this as well. No Fortify, can't pull 3 heroes, Exorcism running. That's like perfect. He also used the Exorcism with an Arcane Rune, so it virtually has no cooldown for him. Like, it's down for the game for 60 seconds and that's it.
Yeah, we're just working here with the Illuminate, and with this creep wave. We'll see when Yao finally gets the Ags. I think being in a position 5 title spot, it's going to be very difficult to find that far enough to get away with picking up something like the Ags on the show, but it's going to be something that really sustains their high ground siege, or their high ground defense, sustains them just really overall, and it'll be interesting to see when Yao finally does, in fact, grab that Ag. We get straight Ags after.
Not quite sure we're gonna see now, but stay. Alright, there's the couldn't find Super, there he is. Yeah, he's on the way to Judor weapons. He has pretty good farm for DP, considering he goes up against the Lash Wreck. So is with ASD though on the Lash. Like he's going straight to the Bloodstone. He skipped out completely on the Yules, which I'm not quite sure about if he wants to do that against like heroes with the Mirana and the Nyx Assassin. On the other hand, you can kind of understand that he just wants to reach the Bloodstone, so he's a little bit more tanky. So he has the potential snipe potential because there's Undying and Axel field. They're aiming to fight so much. Might be the better choice in the end. I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The Inflame, he's farming so well already. Vanguard with the he's doing a pretty good job. The Axe had started off with a very quick Vanguard. He's going into the Blink Dagger. We've seen how far he's fallen from where he was toward the top of that net worth. Correct, at the top of the net worth. Duels maybe into that zone, like I think. But I don't know if I really like Bloodstone. Like I said, it's very fragile in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, you start with those charges, but if you die immediately following picking out that Bloodstone, it seems to heavily fall.
Yeah, it's just, let's imagine you have like 10k net worth, the rest has 5k, and this 5k difference is the Bloodstone. The moment you like die twice inside of charges, it becomes worthless, and that's a kill on the Axe, farming Ancients. Nyx find them, solo kill. Really well executed.
Ooh.
And they find a water.
Return is Marlin into the power shot.
They blocked their own Ancient camp with a sentry now. It's a bit unfortunate.
Anyway, comes down, Ego and loaded a Trouble Starstorm hits for the Tombstone, dropped by the Undying, chasing will be this Bristled Act. They'll take the Tombstone very quickly. They've got the Viscosine Nasal Goo, and
oh no,
they'll get themselves at least one, and now they found themselves the second in Ego. I believe the arrow is what hit.
Ego is looking for a new career. He's becoming goalkeeper now. He catched down one perfectly.
Ego catching the arrow, basically magnetized to it. We're only 14 minutes in, 4,000 worth lead for LF, where they've just played the rotations, got a couple of solo kills here or there, and they look really good at the moment. It doesn't seem like they're really slowing down too much.
Yeah, this is due to like the Bristleback. He can tank up any tower he wants. He also has a Hood of Defiance completed, so he takes less magic damage. Absolutely necessary against the nice wreck, and he's going for a blink dagger like that next. That's a little bit. It's a bit weird. I mean, I can see it work. They don't really have that classic initiator. Nix is more to skylight, but almost scouted out by the water mid. That's for sure. But yeah, like if your Bristle jumps under the tower and you just run into them.
They scout out that smoke, and okay, they have their smoke broken, and Supers can't find it first. There's Battle Hunger as well as the Shackle they attempted. They've got the call. This is a lot of damage coming out as well as someone to get themselves at least one. Now, yeah, coming over, looking for the Undying. The chase is on. Exorcism again, pop the blinding light, pushing him back. He is going to try and TP out, and
oh, dies in the base.
So,
second Starstorm, cannot miss.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
dying inside the base. 2 kills there for the side of LFY. Stunned up is going to be the Bristle, but the leap is there for Monet. They've also got Aqua positioned perfectly again, so another kill for him. And with that, they go right on in Roche.
Yeah, and with a Vanguard Bristlebark plus the vicious nasal goo, that's a free Roche right there. There's also lots of damage already on Monet with the Mirana. And they back off and forget everything he said. Coddle dies somewhere. Oh yeah, the balance has arrived.
Yeah. The kill, I'm surprised they backed off on that, but I guess they don't have Exorcism anymore, so the issue. Not a big deal. I don't know if they really forced the nifty in this Aegis.
Well, it would have been nice to have that, especially for Super. You want to get a little bit more tanky against the Leshrac. I think he's the only hero that effectively gets caught easily enough, even with the Youth Scepter, because he has the problem that his Bristleback is in the front line with the Mirana pretty much in the back line. So he's the one actually bringing like the action on before the Blink Dagger hits from Bristleland. He's going for the pipe now, so it's going to be even worse.
Oh wow! They dusted up Apu.
Gets this.
Okay. Did they just spot him? I don't know how they really had the vision there. That was very interesting. Qualifiers comes out on 4. Then they've got the stun up, who just making a little bit of space to power. Okay, so
Could I have killed you any deader?
they have a sentry here, but Afu is here. The TP comes out from Marlin. He walks up here, has no vision of where the Nyx is, and just dust.
Predicted, outplayed, right there.
Yeah, heavily predicted, it seems like. That was... They don't have any vision, right? Nearby.
I didn't see any. This is the only sentry, and there's one on the lane over here, but his walking path was pretty much this.
Range. He was here exclusively in this area. Wow.
Oh, immediate smoke up. They're going towards the top, but there's no one there they can find. Only one on the way top would be the Bristleback. That is a really hard kill. If you take a look at him, like looking at the net worth, he's sitting on the second slot. Actually, all of these 3 LFY cores are on top. But he has a full pipe, a Vanguard, an additional chainmail going towards the Crimson Guard, so 15 armor. It's a 40% reduction for you, and then you have the pipe plus the damage block from the Vanguard. That is one of the hardest kills you can get. And there's a counter smoke immediately coming out with the Nyx Assassin, and what's scouted out? They saw this in the Roach Pit.
Done, and now the stun comes out. They'll land it. The shackle through on a Monet. They're really forward. The extra attack speed is going to get the stun to the axe. Now they're going to look for more. So load up by this lightning storm. The chase is on. Zayas vehicles, the Undying trying to run away. They do have the Yules, and they'll actually just use it on the Undying. He gets stunned, gets killed off 2 hit, and they still hold on to the Exorcism.
Yeah, no.
They walk back towards Roche.
They should be, right? They should be taking, or do you just run down the mid lane? You have a 6k gold lead. You so far ahead, your Bristle is virtually unkillable. They might just choose to quickly rush it and run down the mid lane. Like, they have a pretty prominent dominant timing already. They have a full solar crest up on the Death Prophet. There's the Maelstrom completed on the Mirana. The Bristleback just finished up, or will finish up the Crimson Guard with this Roshan. So they have a really good item timing. This is what we've seen before, right? They just have that item timing at 17-18 minutes. They go for Roche, and then goes the push to the racks.
There's the dub coming helping out, but now Afu gets me called up. There's counter goes as well as split, or they'll get at least one, but they've lost the DK. So they're running away from his Spirit sipping on the Undying. That's going to be a third kill for them. They continue on forward looking for AST as well as Morrowind. Flame not stopping. No way he's going to stop, and denying himself will be AST, and exactly what I was talking about. You pick up that Bloodstone. The first fight is important, and yeah, he's already lost.
Yeah.
Bloodstone charges.
Gotta give it to Monet. He's 10-0. He participated in 15 of the 17 kills. He practically is the gold at this point. Well, same goes to CP. He is 3-0, but a little bit more assists on his end. He's looking pretty strong in Mirana. He did so much magic damage in that fight, and that's exactly what we're talking about. There's an arrow on the DK with the Starstorm, with the Maelstrom. You take so much damage, there's nothing you can do. And it's not like DK has any big defensive items. He has a Blink Dagger and a Soul Ring. So he completely only relies on his health pool as well as the Dragon Blood.
I don't know if CDEC have the tools to really pull it back. I mean, they're just really waiting on a BKB to go. You've lost Bloodstone charges on it. The Axe is getting just manhandled despite having a Vanguard in the Blink.
Haste.
Oh, Afu once more.
There, and Afu. How the Axe, as well as I think.
Oh, they get him.
There's a Blink with the Dragon Tail, but into this Spike Carapace, the silence comes out. 3 supers here. You gotta run. You just whiff that stun on Ego. It's not going to matter all too much. The arrow! Are you kidding? The arrow went through where the catapult was, as well as the creeps moving up, just splits the seams and comes in and hits that DK. Wow.
Easy. Just as he envisioned.
Threading the goddamn needle. Very impressive.
Running top now. Well, this mid runner has to run, that is.
Yeah, win run, but
they're gonna lock down all the other tires now. If they're not just straight up going on the high ground. They still have the Aegis to work with. They just picked up the Hyperstone on the Mirana. They're calling in the Death Prophet now, and I believe we have an Exorcism up and running. We do indeed.
Probably save it for the tier 3 anyway. That'll be the high ground speed.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah,
is falling.
it's high ground, okay. See how they attack this, and there it is.
Yeah, look at the Mirana range. Just sitting in the back. She's gonna, as soon as the Split Black will always stay in the high ground now against this, no matter how much damage he takes, and he just hits the tower in the back.
Honey and Flame as well. Blink Call, Split Earth, but silence over a bunch of these heroes. Super continue to move forward. The Exorcism freaking havoc in this CDEC squad. And so is Inflame. It's just super tanky at the moment. The Split Earth comes out. Super gets the kill. He's going to be dropped. Should be able to get this set wrap.
Yeah, Blizzard just needs to stand in the front.
Oh, wow.
Talking about it.
Call on Soup. Still not enough just yet. Dragon Tail on to Monet. Does the Aegis and might be getting close to expiring, but not gonna matter. They'll take the Axe. There it is. Popped off. CDEC are on their last legs. Ego trying to run away. He'll fall. He's got buyback. Triple kill comes out for Super. They chase on the Undying. They'll get the kill there. Jim back down on the deck, and things are looking very bad for CDEC.
Good game, it's called.
GG.
Yeah, I can totally understand. That was such a dominant performance. Like, they had decent lanes on CDEC, but if you... They just got completely outplayed. LFY was just straight up the better team. I wasn't too impressed by Ego's performance. He was on the front line on the